What's up? Welcome back to another video. So today we are breaking down both Warner Brothers panel and Universal's panel from CinemaCon. So let's get right on to it, and let's start off with the first presentation of Warner Brothers Day, which was partnered with Neon. So Neon announced that a long-leg sequel will be in the works, with Nicolas Cage returning as a titular character, but the movie will not be with Neon this time around. It will be with Paramount, as the budget is supposed to be increasing, and Neon is not too thrilled with that. So I mean, Longlegs, hey, he's coming back, so that's cool. Don't really know what else to do with the character, but I mean, fuck it, more sequels coming, so that's new. A new Peanuts movie will be coming to Apple Plus though, Apple TV Plus, whatever they're named these days. And it sucks. I do wish this one was coming to the movie theaters, just as the original Peanuts movie was. What a great movie that one was. This one has the same type of animation style, and it follows the Peanuts gang as they go on an emotional journey to New York after Snoopy runs away from home. It's something new. I'll give it that. But hopefully it's good. I mean, the Peanuts title and the characters, they just deserve justice. So I really hope this movie's great. And yeah, so keep an eye out in New York, Chicago, LA, and Minneapolis, as Bob Odenkirk is running for sheriff. I don't know if you knew that, but yes, he is in his new movie Normal. So that's popping up everywhere as well. So hey, keep an eye out if you're in those cities. And now before we go on to Warner Brothers panel, I want to touch upon a big trailer or teaser that came out yesterday with Godzilla Minus Zero. What a great teaser. Oh wow. I'm very excited for this movie. I mean, the excitement was already built up even before, but just seeing this teaser, yeah, I'm intrigued. I will be there day one. Especially seeing an evolved Godzilla. He looks even bigger and scarier. Like, the scariness of this creature was visible throughout that trailer. So I felt that even through here. I can't imagine what it would be like in IMAX, as this film was filmed in IMAX, the first Japanese film to be doing so. So man, I'm excited for this movie. And there's also this incredible shot of Godzilla standing right next to Statue of Liberty, which makes him feel small. As the trailer goes on, he will walk around it and is even taller than it. Like that's crazy. What a shot. So yeah, what do you think of the new Godzilla Minus Zero teaser? I can't wait for this movie. So now let's move on to Warner Brothers panel, and they began their presentation with talking about their highlights, and Patton Oswalt was up there cracking jokes and just trying to get the crowd warmed up for Warner Brothers presentation. Warner Brothers is aiming to release 18 movies in 2028, and they want to do many different things. They want to do original films, they want to do IPs, and they also want to continue the franchises that they've built up from the past and currently. So that's good to hear from them. Even though they got bought out by Paramount, hopefully that deal does not go through. But I mean, who really knows what the future has? So that's pretty cool that Warner Brothers is still aiming to be producing stronger than ever, especially with Sinners and One Battle After Another winning big at the Academies. Yeah, original films really do work best with them. As long as they're in the hands of good directors and good writers and good actors, you'll get a good result. And to show how serious Warner Brothers is for their new incentive on their original IPs, they are launching a new label entitled Warner Brothers Clockwork. It is designed for lower budgeted global theatrical releases with innovative marketing campaigns, and they will be starting off this campaign with Sean Baker's new film Te Amo. So not a lot of details are out for that right now, as of now, but it's exciting to see how much they're willing to go for the original IPs, and they're really serious about this. But I don't know how long this is gonna last. Warner Brothers should just stay being Warner Brothers. That's how they started off with, many original stories. Just watched The Fugitive the other day. What an amazing movie! But that was an original story, and it paid off for them as well. So same with Sinners and One Battle After Another recently. So I mean, that's cool for them. Glad they're opening that up. And it also moved on to many other bits, such as Keanu Reeves sending in a video from the middle of a body of water floating on some kind of board on the set of Shiver, according to Brandon Davis. There's a new movie coming out with Tim Miller as a director in 2027. And this is apparently Keanu Reeves as a pirate fighting off other pirates and a bunch of sharks. And this is what Keanu had to say: "I get eaten by a lot of sharks, a lot of fucking sharks." So, I mean, cool. I guess not really much to go off of there. Sam Raimi did introduce the new Evil Dead film, which looks very promising, very gory, and very disturbing, as you would expect. But this is Sam Raimi's baby. He started off, and for him to be giving it the thumbs up, it seems like the movie will be doing pretty good. Melissa McCarthy will be in a new animated Christmas movie entitled Margie, and the story is she has to work with the reindeer to try and find Santa Claus and save Christmas, and it's coming next Christmas. It's cool, I guess. Not too much to be excited off of that. I mean, there's already a Saving Santa movie, probably multiple of those already. I think Arthur Christmas is one. The Rock recently made one. Don't know if that's good or not. And now a new one with Melissa McCarthy. So hopefully it's on the rise. Honestly, an underrated movie of hers is Genie. That came out 2 Christmases ago. Wow. That was a great movie. Very heartfelt. Simple, yeah, but it's a great Christmas movie just to put on. A great movie in general as well. So yeah, I put that on your radar too. A new Oceans movie will be coming out officially with Margot Robbie and Bradley Cooper. It's a prequel to the original Oceans movies, and it will be set in 1962, and their heist will be regarding the Monaco Grand Prix. It's cool. Warner Brothers is really keeping the Oceans franchise alive. They tried to do that with Oceans 8, which I thought was a great movie, but apparently box office returns weren't that great. So I guess back to the drawing board with them, and this is what they come up with, a prequel. Sure. Man of Tomorrow is officially filming. James Gunn and the cast were there to via video to promote the movie and just get everyone excited for that. Sam Esmail's Panic Carefully will be the first IMAX digital release presented entirely in the 1:43:1 aspect ratio during the entire film. Starring Julia Roberts and Elizabeth Olsen, described as a paranoid thriller that is a mix of Mr. Robot and Silence of the Lambs. Sounds cool. You need to see a trailer for that as well. So, yeah, keep it on your radar, I guess. A teaser for the new Lord of the Rings movie entitled The Hunt for Golem was released. Golem is the titular character, and Andy Serkis will be directing this one, and they got a lot of the original cast back for this one. So, yeah, I'm waiting for the trailer, and hopefully that's good as well. I mean, Lord of the Rings are usually pretty good. I'm a fan of the Hobbit movies, too, so, yeah, I mean, bring them on. I know the fans are a big group, and they will let you know if the movie's awful. So, yeah, no pressure at all, right? Evil Dead Wrath was the film that was showcased, and that movie will be releasing in theaters next year. And there's an Evil Dead movie coming out this year as well. So Tom Cruise and director Alejandro González Iñárritu were both there at CinemaCon to promote Digger. And I guess the first trailer or first footage of the movie was shown with Tom Cruise being an older character with thin white hair, a white beard, and pale skin. Just a torn down, run down old man that has sort of this sarcastic feel, this dark humor type of thing going on, and it was described to be a big mixture of just randomness, but also heart. So I mean, it's Tom Cruise, so it's also said to be one of his harsher roles yet. So let's see what that entails with him. When Tom Cruise can look very different, it does pay off. I mean, look at Tropic Thunder. Les Grossman is one of the best characters out of that movie. Let's see what he does for Digger, but Digger is apparently very hyped up. It's described to be an amazing film, and they're very happy with what they made. The president is played by John Goodman. That already has me in the seat right there. So let's see what to expect with that movie. So there's not really much to say about it, but yeah, Digger's coming up. Get hyped, get excited. They also showed footage for The End of Oak Street, which is that new dinosaur movie with Anne Hathaway and Ewan McGregor. And there's a new footage shown, more dinosaur action, trying to fight the dinosaurs off, trying to find out what they're doing there. To quote Brendan Davis again, we even see what looks like a raptor claw stomping on the windshield of a car before people are seeing out the window of a house running from a big dinosaur. Sweet. So more dinosaur footage. It's cool. I mean, it's cool. It's cool. A new M. Night Shyamalan movie will be releasing entitled Remain. It is a supernatural romantic thriller where M. Night Shyamalan worked with Nicholas Sparks to create the story. I'm kind of curious to see how that turns out. To quote Shyamalan, he said, "I waited a long time to go back to the genre of ghosts. I can't wait for audiences around the world to see it." So Remain will be releasing next year, February 5th, starring Jake Gyllenhaal. Yeah, get excited for that one. And to describe Evil Dead Wrath, or whatever the name is. Jeez, there's so many names for these movies. But I think this is Evil Dead Wrath, I believe, or Evil Dead Burn. One of the other ones. Described to be effed up, with a woman just pounding on the door. Her fingers have been cut off. There is a car headrest with metal poles impaled into her head and neck. She's eating candle wax later on. And then a dude literally falls from not being able to grab a dishwasher onto a stack of knives and impales himself. Very bloody, very random, but hopefully there's a good story and it's just gore. It's not just gore for the sake of gore. So let's see how that turns out as well. Footage for Clayface was also shown. Very disturbing footage. Is described to be more like The Substance, but of an actor who is stabbed and attacked, and his face starts to fall off. And it does say that the monster does appear, the Clayface monster. So that's actually pretty cool that they're doing that. So I just really, it's more so once I see the footage, then I'll be more excited for that. But I'm glad to hear that that did come out. And then some footage for the Cat in the Hat movie did release as well. Coyote versus Acme also got a new poster, a new little teaser coming out, trailer tomorrow. So yeah, a lot of random things for this panel. But Warner Brothers really did deliver in getting audiences excited and getting them informed of what is to come for the new slate for this year, next year, and for 2028 as well. A sizzle reel ended the entire presentation to see what all the other films that are coming out, and there's a whole big list of them, a new Final Destination sequel, amongst many, many, many others. And yeah, Warner Brothers did a great job for the presentation. Hopefully, this isn't their last. I know that merger will be happening, but hey, maybe something happens and that doesn't go through. We really know how you know how finances work in this world. Everything doesn't really happen until it's said and done. So same with life. So there's that. But also, let's just keep our hopes up with all this movie news that was fascinating and great from Warner Brothers. And yeah, there's a big incentive you can feel with getting audiences in theaters, and with a lot of these movies, they will, and a lot of, especially from Warner Brothers, a lot of Academy Award type of movies that are more crowd pleasers as well, and not just for the film fanatics. So that's good on them for doing so. So now let's move on to Universal Studios, who had their panel, and to start us off, we had Snoop Dogg coming out singing "Drop It Like It's Hot" for the entire audience. He performed the entire song. Everyone was recorded to be very excited, standing up and just enjoying the music. And this was all to lead into Snoop Dogg announcing that a biographical film of him and his life upbringing will be releasing in theaters next year. So it's already going to be filming, or maybe it's already starting filming, and will be out within a year's time. He said he's going to be heavily influenced in it. He's going to keep it very real. My movie going to be rated R. You can believe that. That's what he said, to quote him. So, hey, as long as it's very truthful and very, you feel Snoop Dogg's aura there, I'm there day one. So, I'm excited for that. Didn't really see that coming, but that's cool for him. And then right after that happened, Christopher Nolan came on to the stage where a big standing ovation took place. A lot of people excited to see Christopher Nolan and really excited to hear what he had to say about the Odyssey. And he started off being really honest. He spoke about why he chose to do the Odyssey, and he said that he was very gripped by the story, and it's the story that many should be hearing about and should be brought about to a modern cinema. And he also stated that it was a very hard movie to film and to be very truthful for, especially knowing Nolan trying to keep it grounded. Yeah, I bet there was some difficulty there when trying to do that. And then especially his fascination with IMAX, and starting all the way back with The Dark Knight and just developing even further as time moved on with 70 millimeter. As quoting him, it is said to be the sharpest, most beautiful image imaginable on those screens. It would be quicker for me to tell you who isn't in the Odyssey. He started quipping about his cast and just started talking very highly about them, and started describing the story of the Odyssey. If you're familiar with the story, you already know what's mainly about, but it's about a father trying to get back to his kingdom, to his son and his wife, where there are problems arising back home, but he is in a troubled situation of his own. So it's a very intense story. It's gripping as well. I do see what Nolan's talking about, and he's stating that the movie's almost here. He's very excited to bring it to us, the audience. Quote, "This is the last stop. We're almost there. You are the people who are going to bring this story to our audience." And he was talking to theater owners and the staff, and his sharing his love for the theaters and just for the people working there. And yeah, without them, we really wouldn't have this awesome experience and just witnessing the movies that these directors bring to us. And Christopher Nolan is just one of a kind, man. There was actually footage shown after Christopher Nolan spoke, where Odysseus is speaking to Calypso, which will be played by Charlize Theron. Another clip where Tom Holland and John Berthal's characters are speaking about their father and speaking about what's going on. And then there was a big sequence regarding the Trojan horse, very tense and then action filled as well. Yeah, I'm excited to see that part of the movie as well. And it was just more so a sizzle reel of a lot of the events happening in the movie. Not too much, not wanting to share too much, but a lot was pretty much shown just to hype up the crowds and just to get everyone excited for the Odyssey and its potential, especially with 70 millimeter and the potential with IMAX as well. So that was pretty much the pinnacle of the event. It was longer. Christopher Nolan did share his love for making the movie and making films in general, and there was even a clip attached to it as well. So that's cool there. Moving on from there, we have smaller little projects such as Jessica Chastain's new movie, The Other Mommy. And this is what the trailer, the footage looks like. An identical imposter mom shows up and starts terrorizing a family, starting with a little girl who can sense things are off. It's said to be a bit generic, but then again, it's just a trailer. It's just meant to showcase what the movie is about, but also pretty creepy and intense too. So, I mean, I can't wait to see that. Maybe it's something different. Maybe it could be trash, but I don't know, something about original horror movies. They're pretty fun. I mean, look at Passenger coming out later this year. And after that panel, we had Violent Night 2 show off a trailer at CinemaCon. Very excited for this movie, and the footage reads Santa is barely feeling like Santa, working at a mall. Chaos ensues, where a scene included a gingerbread man cookie cutter yanking a chunk out of a man. Wow. So I mean, that's pretty cool. I mean, that's creative. That's what I like about these movies. They're getting creative, you know. Kristen Bell is officially Mrs. Claus and said to be getting in on the fun, and said that it's looking wild and fun. So I'm pretty excited for that. So yeah, that's coming up this Christmas season. Hopefully the trailer will be released probably near the summer or probably near the Christmas season. But since the trailer's already ready, that's a good sign. And after that, we had a panel regarding the next Fokker movie in the franchise, Fokker-in-Law, where a trailer was released online too. And listen, I'm a big fan of the Fokker movies. I love Meet the Parents. I love Meet the Fockers. Little Fockers is, it's alright. It's a pretty bad movie, but there's still some childish enjoyment there. But this trailer just it didn't do too much for me. It was more so the same sense as Little Fockers, where it's just cheap laughs and the storylines just getting repeated again and again and again. It's interesting though seeing Ben Stiller sort of take over De Niro's role as the hesitant father, but then again, it's I do want to see more footage of the movie and see what else the movie has to offer just to get excited. But this trailer it didn't really do much for me. I am excited to see this movie. Finally, the Fockers are back. It's good to see what they've been up to. But yeah, I wasn't too impressed with the trailer. I'm sure Ariana Grande is going to do a good job. It's cool seeing her in this type of comedy and this type of role as well. But yeah, nothing too crazy for me. And the panel pretty much ended off with Steven Spielberg coming out and speaking about Disclosure Day, where he got a giant, long standing ovation at CinemaCon. And hey, props to him because Spielberg is one of the best, man. And this new movie, he's hyping it up, and man, I'm getting very excited just to see what's going on because every teaser, every trailer is just something random, something aiming towards something like hinting at what like an alien invasion, but who knows, maybe it's another turn. And Spielberg did say that none of the marketing will be showing the third act of the film. It's only the first two. The third act will be kept hidden and kept a secret, so that's even more excitement for this movie. Spielberg did also mention that he was backing up Universal's commitment for a 45-day theatrical window, and even wanted to include it and push it for a 2-month window and even 120 days, where the crowd started applauding and getting very excited for that because that possibility was present back in the day. I remember when movies back in November would still be showing in January and February, but now that's just a rarity now. Only if your movie's doing good. So yeah, hopefully we can get back to those days. And he did say that after Disclosure Day, he does want to work on a Western, which is something that he hasn't really tapped into yet. He did want to make a horror movie, but said weapons really scratched that itch, so he might not make a horror movie for a while. And I mean, he made Jaws, so that's a horror movie, for us. And he just spoke about his interest in making Disclosure Day with all the propaganda and the paranoia of aliens being real, and then recently being said that aliens do exist and not and people not really doing much about that. And this is what he ended off with. I really truly believe that this movie is going to answer questions and cause you to answer a lot of questions. It is an experience, and all you need to get from the beginning to end is a seatbelt. So we're in for a classic Spielberg movie, and I really can't wait for this movie to come out, see what he has to offer. And hopefully it's good. So that was the Universal panel for today. We do have an MGM panel coming in later tonight. And you know what? I will attach it to this video. Let's make it an extra long video. So make sure you're still tuning in. You have some snacks, have some food, because we're going to be jumping into the MGM presentation, which will be from 8:30 to 10:15. What a long day for the people that have been at CinemaCon. They started since 9:30 and they're going to end at 10:15. And you know what? To speak upon that, Forgotten Island was shown at 9:30 to 11:30, and the movie was said to be amazing, said to be another Puss in Boots, The Last Wish situation where the movie and the animation are just amazing. And some even say that it's an early contender for Best Animated Movie of the Year, so let's see how that goes. But nothing but great praises for this movie, especially since they're screening it this early. If it's coming out in September and they're showing it in April, that means the studio has very, very high hopes for this movie, and I'm happy to see it. Animation for the win. So yeah, that is it for now, and we would just be waiting for the MGM panel to be sharing information. Okay, so MGM, Amazon, showed up, and they started off with Michael B. Jordan speaking about his new movie that he is directing and producing and starring in, Thomas Crown Affair, a remake of the Pierce Brosnan movie, where it is described to be one of the best trailers of the event and also a Nolan type of movie in terms of production. The two main characters with Michael B. Jordan and Adria Arjona, just talking about their fascination with stealing and their lives because of it, and also just their charisma pretty much was on heavy display. Kenneth Branagh is also in the movie as well. He's probably the villain, knowing his work. And yeah, it just seems like a big spectacle type of film. And yeah, and it seems very cool, very sleek. Yeah, just building up anticipation for this movie. The trailer was very, very nice. So maybe another potential Michael B. Jordan winner in our hands. Who knows? But he has a great directing style, as we saw with Creed 3. It's a very distinct style. So maybe with this, he will bring out something new. So yeah, new Thomas Crown Affair trailer dropped for the attendees at CinemaCon. So maybe one soon for us as well. Now, then moving on to the next panel, quote unquote, Ryan Gosling, Chris Miller, and Phil Lord took stage at CinemaCon to talk about the success of Project Hail Mary, and they thanked many movie owners and the attendees and the people watching the movie. Thanked them for everything that they did for this movie, and especially with theaters, just for distributing this movie and just having it great on the big screen as well. Amazon does intend to extend the theatrical window as well for Project Hail Mary. I mean, yeah, that's a smart move. A lot of people want to see it in IMAX and 7 millimeter, and it's just perfect for a movie like this. So yeah, I mean, you made many, many fans thanks to that movie, and also a lot of soured people as well. It's great to see an original movie like this just really strike it big, and also a movie that is this good. Just to actually make it big, finally. We haven't had movies like that in a long, long time. And funny enough, the ones that held this record previously were movies like Gravity, Interstellar, and The Martian, which are also space movies. So hey, hint, hint, maybe those are the type of movies we want to see. Good space movies as well. All right, next is Masters of the Universe. They took stage also with the Sword of Power, which was handed out to all the attendees at CinemaCon. I think it was a plastic version of the sword, just promoting the movie and just speaking about the making of the movie and just how the experience was. And after that, they did show footage of the movie as well, just seeming like a big, vibrant, fun adventure. It's just hints of nostalgia there, but also just very faithful to what the cartoon was. So this is what the footage was, as I described. It starts off with He-Man under arrest, but forced to grab his sword to fight Beastman. I'm guessing this is back in the city before he is taken back to his homeworld. Beastman has the upper hand until Talia cuts in to win the fight and jumpstart Adam's memory. They fly him to his home world, where colors are vibrant until they reach the castle, which is having a dark aura around it. Footage of Skeletor appearing with his laugh and glowing red eyes. Oh, that's good. He's gonna have his laugh, hopefully. Also, footage of Idris Elba's character being a great side character, as described here. And then also the scene where He-Man takes the sword and gets the power of Grayskull, just to power up and just gain the power of He-Man, and just taking down all the Skeletor soldiers. And then leading up to his fight with Skeletor himself. And then it ends with a sizzle reel. And it's just fun. Fun is the key word that they've been saying about this movie. Fun and faithful. And I really can't ask for more, as long as it keeps to the cartoon and it's just a fun adventure type of movie. And people said it looks like a Thor Ragnarok type of movie, and I'm a big fan of Thor Ragnarok. The humor isn't as strong as well. It's also serious. So I have faith that this movie will be great, and only time will tell. We're a couple months away from this movie, and yeah, nothing but anticipation and hype with this one. Just I'm ready for this fun time with this movie. Also, John Batiste is making the score for the Thomas Crown Affair movie. And now, next up is Jason Statham promoting The Beekeeper 2. Wow, I didn't think this movie would be coming to CinemaCon. Where Jason Statham introduced the film via video, and speaking about his anticipation for The Beekeeper 2, and reactions are just saying that this new sequel is just insane. It's taking it to another level and just ups the ante from the previous movie. And some of the details go with Jason Statham getting stung by a swarm of bees just to treat a gunshot wound. And then later on in the clip that was shown, just sticking a flamethrower into someone's mouth and burning his head. And here is an actual deep dive into the footage as well. The footage starts with Jeremy Irons' character, Wallace Westwild, the former CIA director, instructing soldiers to take down the beekeeper as he's driving up to an estate. A Cybertruck bursts onto the green and is shot down, only to reveal that Statham's character isn't inside. Irons' character notes that a collection of beekeepers have gone rogue. He needs Statham's Adam Clay to help. That's crazy. That was also a plot point in the previous Beekeeper movie, but it was only one beekeeper because, I think for budget reasons. At one point, Adam is in bad shape, so he loads himself into a tank full of bees that cover half of his face. He says that the bee stings will help since they're anti-coagulants. I hope I said that right. Insane action follows, including Adam burning a man in the face with a flamethrower and stabbing a man in the face. Irons' Wallace Westwild says that he's gotten Adam a car, a Dodge Super Bee, of course. At the end of the trailer, he throws a canister of bees at an enemy, apologizing to them for causing the ultimately end. The entire trailer is very tongue-in-cheek with graphic violence. Oh yeah, we are in for a winner with the next Beekeeper movie, and I'm very glad they upped the ante for this movie. And the plot will also follow the beekeeper trying to overthrow the U.S. government and just take down the rest of the rogue beekeeper. So that's pretty sick. I'm very excited for this new beekeeper movie. Anytime Jason Statham makes a movie, well, you also got to be careful because you can end up with situations like the Meg 2, which I enjoyed some of it, and then Expendables 4, which was a shit show. But recently, it's just been winner after winner. He has Muni coming out later on. He just had Shelter. He had a Working Man, a Beekeeper, and now we're gonna have a Beekeeper too. And with the way this footage is being described, I cannot wait for this movie, and I'm just very excited to see what this movie has in store for us now. And the Beekeeper, I think, is gonna be Statham's franchise, one that people know him for, just like Stallone with Rambo or Schwarzenegger with Terminator. I'm not saying it's at that level, but it's at least a franchise that will have the crutch of Jason Statham being there. That's actually really, really awesome, and I'm glad that the footage is just that shit insane. And it's also made by the same director of Nobody 2, and Nobody 2 has some amazing kills. So I just can't wait to see what this movie entails with the Beekeeper. So yeah, that's our first look and footage of the Beekeeper. After the amazing Beekeeper 2 reveal, Amazon MGM acknowledged that they're still searching for their James Bond, and they're taking this very, very seriously. Stephen Knight is a screenwriter for the next Bond movie, and Dennis Villeneuve is still the director for this movie. And they're taking it very, very seriously to get this next chapter of Bond right, and it will take some time, and more news will be coming soon to follow that. Yo, Jason Statham says this fucking line when he blows a flamethrower into someone's mouth. Next time, don't be so hot-headed. This movie's gonna win a fucking Oscar, bro, in my heart. Like, holy shit. And next up, we have David Leitch's new film, How to Rob a Bank, which showed a footage or trailer to CinemaCon attendees, and it was said to be pretty good. Okay, the film follows a group of influencers who film how-to videos about robbing banks for YouTube. And the footage was said to be fun, and just a traditional David Leitch type of movie, just fun, action-packed, and it looks good. So there's that coming up. I'm more excited for Jason Statham Steals Jason Statham's Motorcycle movie coming out with David Leitch and Jason Statham. In case you missed it, Jason Statham's in the film. But yeah, I'm excited for that movie as well. Right after that, though, that's where one of the big rockets hit for this CinemaCon with Spaceballs 2, where a trailer was shown and details were described for the movie. And here's some of them. A Navi, an Avatar character, was pissing while Dark Helmet watches with his 3D glasses. That's just one thing happening. Multiple sequel trilogy jabs, including BB-8 being turned into a box. Yogurt has abs. A slice of pizza as a baby Pizza the Hut. That's smart. And the title officially for Spaceballs 2 is Spaceballs, the New One. Very clever. And a teaser was released as well for this movie.
I have a major announcement. Spaceballs 2, The Search for More Money, is not going to be the title of this movie. Why not? Because after all these years, I found the money. There it is, the money. It was in my basement. But everywhere I go, people say, Mel, where's the new Spaceballs? When are you going to make the new Spaceballs? When are you going to make a new one? Well, we did it. And the title is Spaceballs, the New One. It's just like the old one, but it's newer.
And the movie will be in theaters April 23rd, 2027. So see y'all there. And also, Rick Moranis was on stage as well to describe this movie and to help promote it. And he got one of the biggest applauses that was present in this CinemaCon. And I'm just so happy for the guy. I'm very, very glad that he's going to come back from retirement. And he's making this movie. And man, what a great guy. And yeah, nothing but the best for the creators involved and for him as well. So yeah, Spaceballs 2 coming officially. What a way to include it in the CinemaCon. And also to move on to another movie, Basim Tarek's Your Mother, Your Mother, Your Mother. What a title. Follows a hitman struggling to balance his job with his faith and fatherhood. This movie will star Mahershala Ali, Giancarlo Esposito, John Cho, and Tremel Tillman. What a stacked cast. I'm interested in this. See what that movie has to offer. Henry Cavill did send a message from the set of Highlander, and he said that they're halfway through production. Chad Stahelski's fingerprints are all over it, seeming like a John Wick movie, but very true to Highlander with the English accents and the suits and the costumes and the sword fighting. It was also mentioned that there's going to be a lot of beheadings last week. Dave Bautista is visible there. In the trailer as well, they were able to get some behind the scenes footage. And Batista's very happy with his role here. Russell Crowe is also in the movie as well. So yeah, Highlander is coming up with a rebooted movie. It's said to be very cool. And now, I'm pretty sure to wrap up the entire panel, I Play Rocky was one of the last announcements. This movie is about the document. It's pretty much a documentary type of movie about how Rocky was made. And the character and Sylvester Stallone pretty much will be played by Anthony Ippolito, who is said to nail down his mannerisms very, very well. And here's a quote from him saying, "Rocky is a beloved classic, and it is a beloved classic of American cinema. It perfectly captures what it's like to have a dream." So the movie is for dreamers, dedicated to them, and footage was shown. And it seems like a very, very slick movie and a very true movie to Stallone and to the story of Rocky. So there was passion made with this movie, and yeah, the story is very apparent in how the movie was made. It's made of an underdog. Oh, and then yeah, let me include this as well. A new Colleen Hoover adaptation titled Verity with Anne Hathaway, and wow, that's a detail. I think I'll be buying a ticket now. So, yeah, that's pretty much the entire panel. Those were all the panels from the yesterday and from today. And tomorrow we have Paramount and Disney coming out. Wow, those are going to be some of the biggest ones. So let's see what they have to offer, and maybe something for Avengers Doomsday. Who really knows? But yeah, this will wrap up the video. I hope you're still watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. It did take a lot of time to record and edit, and yeah, a lot of effort was made, but I'm very proud of this video and wishing nothing but the best for you. And I will catch you on the next one. Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe if you're new to this channel. And thank you very much for watching this video. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.